straight year, Chris Paul has brought his friends from all around the sports and entertainment world for his event, the CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational. It's about fun, it's about bowling, it's about a little trash talk. You'll see some of the best bowlers in the world and some of the best athletes right now. Who's ready to bowl? How about superstar DJ, rapper, and producer DJ Khaled? NFL all-time great Terrell Owens. Super Bowl champion running back C.J. Anderson. Boston Red Sox all-star Mookie Betts. And of course, CP3 himself, LA Clipper and 9-time NBA All-Star Chris Paul. They're just some of the stars here tonight at Lucky Strike in downtown Los Angeles for the 8th annual State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational. Welcome you inside along with Randy Peterson. I'm Dave Lamont. The man in the middle, of course, is our gracious host, Chris Paul. And Chris, for your foundation, the Chris Paul Family Foundation, how important is this evening for you?
It's very important. We've been so blessed and fortunate to have some great partners over the years, people that have contributed to our charity to allow us to go out into the communities and do things for the youth. And it's just been special. This event is always great, and we're grateful for the people to make it happen.
Chris, you're right in the middle of the NBA season, and it's been about 5 years since you've won this event. And I don't mean to jinx you, but you've got a new partner. I don't think you've had a whole lot of time to practice. How does it look out there for you and your teammate, Chris Barnes?
I think we're going to be just fine. Chris is my guy. I've known Chris probably longer than any other bowler. He's actually the first guy to ever give me some tips on bowling. And Chris is a vet in this thing, and I'm excited about our chances.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
And it doesn't hurt that Chris and Chris will be the #1 seed in our classic stepladder format. The opening match will be, well, the rarely seen DJ-EJ combo, Khaled and Tackett against Mookie Betts and Tommy Jones. You win that, you face C.J. Anderson and Sean Rash. You win that, you take on the defending champions, T.O. and PDW. You win that, and you take on Chris Paul and Chris Barnes. Now, of course, Kimberly Pressler is here, and she is standing by some of the bowlers from our first match. Kimberly?
Thanks, Dave. Both of these guys are actually new to the CP3 event, but Mookie, you bowled in the 2015 World Series of Bowling. What can you take from that experience and apply it here tonight?
Just being a part of it, being a part of the atmosphere, kind of the pressure. You know, that's basically what all I can take from that.
You got your strategy all figured out?
I think so. Just throw some strikes and hope for the best. All
right, well, good luck to you tonight. Now, DJ Khaled, so this is the first time that you are bowling, and we talked earlier, and you said you're just going to come out here and charge it, but your friend, French Montana, came in here in 2015, and he won the whole thing. Did he give you any advice coming into tonight?
Nah, I ain't talked to him before I came to the game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to French Montana, though. You know how it go. Shout out to CP for throwing this. You know what I'm saying? This, you know, CP, this is a big event. I've always watched this event, and not just that, man. It's a great cause. I'm just happy I'm here. You know, everybody's smiling, having a good time, family, friends, fun. I'm just enjoying the vibe.
Well, good luck to you tonight.
Bless up.
Well, let's go back to the French Montana victory in 2015. Chris Paul was trying to get back in the win column. Chris Hardwick was looking for the title. A lot of newcomers trying to get their hands on that big trophy. The Cannon, for example, not bad. But it was this guy, French Montana.
The most unlikely winner, Chris.
That was crazy.
Chris was paired with Jason Belmonte.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, 2-4-5 didn't quite go. Belmo through the face there. You know, Ronnie Russell and French Montana, they can't believe it.
That in all the years of this tournament, that is still the most shocking victory to this day.
All right, here we go with our first match. The hottest bowler on the planet, E.J. Tackett, along with DJ Khaled, along with Mookie Betts, who can really roll it, and Tommy Jones, and obviously every bowling fan knows Tommy's resume. Chris Paul is gracious enough to join us for this opening match. If you've listened to popular music in the last few years, you know this man, DJ Khaled, hip-hop group Terror Squad, their DJ of the year, and
okay.
Little loft and leaves behind a manageable 2-4-5.
Not bad.
How much bowling do you think DJ's done over the years, Chris?
Khaled said he used to bowl a lot more often than he does now. Yeah, I believe it. You can see it.
Well, he's a pretty busy guy. There's a restaurant in South Florida that's very popular called Finger Lickin'. and everything else he's tied up with. Something's got to go by the wayside.
Tried to get it off his hand a little cleaner. When you have a partner like E.J. Tackett, though, you got to feel like you've got a pretty good chance to win.
Yeah, but here's the problem with this team. This isn't the pro, but you'll hardly know it.
Yeah, Mookie's the real deal.
Yeah, I'm surprised when Mookie don't.
We can't bowl 300 if you don't get the first one.
You said we're not going to.
But if you don't get the first one, we don't have a chance.
Touche.
Tommy Jones looked very serious there for a second until he winked at the end.
We can't bowl 300 if you don't get
Not
the first
now.
one. That's the most important one. I got to go next.
Now, this is not an alternate shot format, by the way, so each player will complete their frame. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Well,
They against this, man. They're distracted.
The outside part of the lane for the right-handers
Hey, we're
is really
starting
slick.
on an even playing field.
So let's take a look at a PBA Player of the Year.
17 years on tour.
Yeah, recent winner in the World Series of Bowling.
Oh, look a lot.
It did. Oh, 2-8-10 for Tommy Jones.
I didn't say nothing.
Relax,
I
relax.
didn't say anything.
Holy cow.
I don't think this was the start that Tommy and Mookie envisioned.
No, especially Tommy. I'm guessing. So he'll take his punishment.
Man. All right.
Now, Chris, you bowled on this soil pattern. To me, it looks like they're slick from the outside. It looks like they kind of hook in the
Sorry, I
middle.
got lulled to sleep.
If you get the ball going too far to the right too
You're in
quick,
trouble.
yeah, it's not getting back.
Not at all.
Hottest bowler in the world. Oh, and 10 pin just
big.
sitting there. And you're talking about a guy who opened the PBA Tour season with a win in Japan for his 6th title, Randy, coming off of the emotional win of the World Championship in Reno.
Yeah, E.J. Tackett's hotter than Georgia asphalt in the summertime. And check out that release and the way he torques on it. And then you watch that hand open. I mean, this is ridiculous, guys. There's not a spare to be had anywhere. Forget strikes.
I got it.
No, you didn't.
You don't got it. It went in the gutter first, then came out. That does not count.
At your local bowling center, that counts.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
With your buddies on a Friday night, that counts.
Right.
That's going to slip by. A lot of left there.
But I think this is what makes our sport so great, Chris. You know, you've got accomplished players like yourself, like Mookie, but then you have Khaled, who's not at the same skill level, but look how much fun he's having. Look at him concentrate. This means a lot to him.
Oh, no question. Pick that up. I think that's the coolest thing about bowling is that, first of all, you can do it for a long time. There's longevity in it. And it's something that just about everybody does. You know, everybody goes out with their friends at some point in time. And then when you really get into it, that's when it becomes competitive and when you really start to enjoy it.
And the outfielder for the Red Sox kicked away the trouble. The A-10 slid out, so he's got a makeable. Of course, he had a makeable shot earlier and didn't make it, so we'll see.
He's got a great hand, and obviously he's a great athlete. And, you know, in my opinion, when you take a great athlete to the lanes, it's not that tough to teach them how to be a good bowler.
Nice.
Well, the man sitting in between us knows all about that, Chris Paul, who's an accomplished bowler in his own right. So we finally have a mark on the board, and here is Tommy Jones out of Simpsonville, South Carolina. At the World Series, he won the Scorpion Championship. He had 2 titles last year.
Oh, gosh.
It's a strike.
We'll take it.
I think Tommy's pretty happy that that actually caught the head pin on the left side.
That's how it's going to be?
All we're trying to do is hit one of the
So let's take a look at 2016 and the big show that DJ put on in Reno, Randy. It's amazing.
Well, you know, Tom Smallwood put on quite the show, climbing the step ladder to get all the way to the finals against EJ. But EJ closed the door on him with a big 240, 180 finish.
Won his first major. Made good for what happened to him in 2015 at the same event.
Yeah, I was just going to say he led it back to back, and his disappointment last year, he was able to clean that up, and then starts this year off winning the Japan Cup again.
And he cleans that up with 3-6-10.
All right, man.
bad math, EJ, bad math.
The winner of this match will take on Denver Bronco running back C.J. Anderson and Sean Rash.
Hang on.
He just keep
Hit it.
Yeah, there you go.
Much easier now.
I was going to say he just seems to keep sliding by the head pin on that first shot to the right a little bit.
Khaled's got a much easier spear now that the head pin fell out, because the 1-9 is not something you want to try to shoot at.
It's a big pickup right here.
Yeah.
And you see some of the artists that
Everybody.
he has collaborated with. It's amazing.
Well, and three of those artists have been in Chris's event.
Big.
We had Nelly, we had Lil Wayne, we had Ludacris.
You know, that's the brilliant thing about Khaled, and what makes him special and what he does is that there's not very many people that can bring together artists the way he can.
Yeah. Trouble.
Yeah, through the face, he does leave the 3-6-10. Mookie, 54 career homers, career average over 300. An all-star last year, won a Golden Glove, Silver Slugger, Defensive Player of the Year,
We need 3 of these. We already got the pick 2.
and was a runner-up to Mike Trout in the American League MVP voting.
He batted like .540 his junior year of high school.
It's crazy.
And he played the pocket on that, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and he played, he was a great high school basketball player as well.
Was he?
Yep. All-City Player of the
bad.
Year in
Need you,
Tennessee.
Tommy.
DJ. I didn't know who you said.
Tommy Jones. And he leads. Let's see. No, that's just going to spin around. That message
God.
is going to go nowhere.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Help.
It's the only tough thing about waiting is that they get to practice and warm up on these lanes.
New problem. So it is the Betts Jones team with the advantage, but you got a funny feeling the DJ EJ combo isn't going to go anywhere. It hasn't always been pretty, but it's been fun. This match will continue in a moment. Well, you've got coming up the day after this with DJ Khaled, pardon me, a major event. Tell us about that.
Yes, we have a big major event in New Orleans after the All-Star Saturday night. Be sure to look at Facebook Live on State Farm. We're having a neighborhood sessions where we're going to have various musical artists. It's going to be a great time and something that everyone should tune into.
So that'll be on Facebook, All-Star Saturday. That's tomorrow. As part of the All-Star festivities, you saw a beautiful strike there for the DJ EJ squad.
He's having fun. Khaled's having fun, man. It's awesome. Love to see him double up right here.
One thing he always brings, no matter where he is he brings unbelievable energy.
That's going to slip slide away and leave you with a very quirky lead. Look at this, he went power. Oh,
he got robbed.
So now Mookie Betts. Yeah, you mentioned his junior year. His senior year, Randy, he slumped in the 540. He only batted .509.
Yeah, he went down a little bit.
But he did steal more bases.
Well, it was nice to see his focus change a bit.
Oh, I thought that shot was going to be better than that.
Yeah, it caught at the end.
I mean, that could have been 5.
I don't like throwing it squares. I like the first game.
Instead, he got 9, but that cut right through the heart. It looked like he tried to go a little bit more direct with some more speed, which is probably the right move, considering he doesn't feel like his ball will get back at all if it goes right.
All right.
No trouble there. So Tommy Jones, you mentioned his success in Nevada at the National Bowling Stadium. Second title of 2016. Karen B.J. Moore III in the title match to win the Scorpions.
Tommy was really great that week in controlling his ball speed. Real slick ball pattern, and he was able to dial it down.
Oh, ripped off there.
Get your blue ticket out. 50-50. 50-50 ticket here. Yeah, well. Heart rate just went up about 50.
Tommy bowled a smooth ball. Smooth.
Yeah, he gets it into the floor pretty quick, and it doesn't look like he does a whole lot, but he's got a lot of power.
It hangs on.
That's what I said.
Well, they have the 27-pin advantage here over DJ EJ.
You think of this style here, throwing 16 pounds and all that power for EJ Tackett, Chris.
As opposed to 15?
He throws 16, yeah, as opposed to 15. I mean, he goes as heavy as possible. He's got a rev rate that's probably about 550, and he's what? He weighs all of what? About 125 pounds?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Amazing.
I couldn't throw a 16-pound. Heck, I probably need a 14, to tell you the truth.
Come on. Do it, Khaled.
Gotta have this.
I like it.
Oh.
He's had a little trouble picking up some of his spares. Well, move the feet just a little bit there.
Trying to create some angle. That's the right way to go.
Gonna go right at it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, nice. Nice pickup.
Well, they still have a chance. A lot of it's going to depend on what Mookie does right here in the 9th frame.
If he strike here, it's over.
That looks good. Whoa. Hydroplaned.
I just want to throw a 1X.
I think he liked that shot, too.
I think we all did.
This.
That'd be really bad.
I mean, this looks pretty good to me, Chris, and it just doesn't pick up. Just inside third arrow.
Especially not on
Damn.
that lane.
Nope. That's crazy.
All right.
Very smooth.
There you go.
I did it.
With good count, that puts them in the 160s. Max score
Already did the
for
math, kid.
EJ Tackett, and Khaled is 158. So
I thought about throwing it
Tommy
straight,
Jones
but I
gets
don't think
9
it's
on this
safe.
ball. It's over.
I don't like your chances.
And he'll get it right there. That's okay. We can live with that. Chris, we know you got to get a little practice in.
Yes. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Big thanks to you guys, State Farm. And everybody, be sure to check it out after All-Star Saturday night. State Farm, Facebook Live.
That'll be Chris and DJ Khaled, and DJ Khaled certainly distinguished himself in the competition, but we're moving on. Next match will be Denver Broncos running back C.J. Anderson and Sean Rash against Tommy Jones and Mookie Betts. So there's Chris Paul with his family, his father off to his left there in the lighter blue shirt. Gave a lovely invocation before our event began, and just behind Chris, his wife Jada. And it's a meaningful event for Chris and his foundation. Now, he's the top seed. He's going to wait a little while because we've had Mookie Betts and Tommy Jones move on. Now they run into C.J. Anderson, the Denver Broncos, and Sean Rash, a force unto himself. This ought to be a very good match. Standing by, the Anderson-Rash combo with Kimberly Pressler.
That's right, guys. I am laneside with this team. You guys are back for a second year in a row. CJ, you know, you were out this year with a right knee injury. I saw you take some practice shots. How's the knee?
Knee feels good. So, you know, it's holding up. I haven't bowled in maybe 2.5 months because of surgery. So it should hold up, though.
What do you think your chances are winning tonight? You feeling good?
We're going to do our thing. We're going to do our thing. That's all I know for sure.
I love the confidence here. Now, Sean, you and CJ have become pretty good friends over the past year, and I've known that you are a huge Denver Broncos fan. So what's it mean to you to be back on the lanes with your friend?
Well, the first thing is we're just here to win. I mean, I can watch him run through people all year long, right? And he can watch me strike on TV, but we're here to take care of Smooth there over there and the other smooth guy with no hair. So we'll be fine. We just do our thing. We'll be all right.
All right, well, good luck to both of you guys. Let's head back to the lanes.
I like a cocky, confident combo, and this seems to be one. You got to deal, though, with Mookie Betts, who will lead things off.
And this ought to be a really good match.
All right, here we go.
Both Mookie and C.J. Anderson have professional tournament experience. Mookie at the 2015 World Series of Bowling.
Oh, trouble on the first shot, however.
And C.J. Anderson's actually bowled a PBA regional event.
Goodness gracious.
Probably that heavy probably all that ice you got on holding you down.
It could be.
Let the trash talking begin.
Yeah, the last match was a bit civil.
Yeah.
However, things may change.
Good pickup.
You know, we got to have Randy analyze something here because it wouldn't be a telecast without Randy's tech talk. Mookie Betts.
Five-step approach. He gets the ball into the swing a little late for me. I'd like to see it in a little bit earlier. But there's that power position that you see most of our players, and he's got a great hand. A lot of revs, hands in a really good position for rolling it.
Tech Talk brought to us by Track. As you see C.J. Anderson through the face, and luckily has a makeable spare. C.J. Anderson had when you talk about a guy who knew when the money was available in that postseason when the Broncos won that championship, he had 2 touchdowns, including one in the Super Bowl. Gets the cover there. Averaged over 4 yards per carry in the postseason that year. Here's 11-time tour titleist Sean Rash. Won a couple last year in Detroit. The Badger Open.
Come on, Sean.
And a quiet 10-pin. Sean playing way in. Just kind of falling it back to the pocket. Leaves that soft 10. I think I'm just going to lay out so I can hear the trash talking going on behind the players.
Yeah, this could be a yappy match. Well,
Good shot, baby. We got it, baby.
you know who's next? T.O. and PDW. Carol Owens and Pete Weber. Masters of trash talk.
Yeah, and don't forget, Chris Barnes can give it with the best of them.
Oh, Tommy Tom.
And he liked that one.
Must have got to the playoffs. I mean, they ain't striking no more.
So Tommy Tom comes through.
Pretty good shot here by Tommy Jones. Just kind of floats it right. And a little subtle back-end reaction. And
Hey, that's the
carries that wall shot.
Please.
Oh, yeah, smothered him beautifully.
he rolled that one beautifully.
Finally.
You can see the down lane
We've been waiting
reaction.
a long time for that one.
Goodness gracious.
We almost had to revamp it for a mark.
Watch his hand position here at the bottom, folks. Just really snaps that wrist open, and he knew it. He caught enough of it, it turned the corner.
We'll be curious to see because we've got a loaded field coming up in the big super class. We'll talk to you more about that in a second. Look out, buddy. Oh, no.
Wow. I'll be all right. That's my last gutter ball of the day.
Well, they're a little slick to the out, and you get it going in that direction.
You'll be all right.
CJ gets it going too far to the right. Unusual style of CJ Anderson is he actually slides on his right leg, his right foot.
A late hook there leaves him 7, so an open for the Anderson-Rash combo. I mentioned CJ also, what we'll have here coming up in a few minutes will be a 9-person roll-off, and if you don't score well, you're out. You heard that is not a shot that Sean was fond of as soon as it left his hand.
We need some help.
Okay, now.
Sean Rash, 2-time major title holder, won the PBA Badger Open in 2016, and then the Detroit Open defeated his rival Jason Belmonte. Titles 10 and 11.
Yeah, Detroit! Woo! We'll pick up.
Yeah, no trouble there for Sean.
Come on,
That's a great conversion for Sean Rash, but they're going to have to do better than that to beat this Jones-Betts combo. They're Boulding's Bash brothers right now. They're ripping right through these lanes. We'll find out how this one turns out when we come back. All the stars are out in Hollywood tonight. We want you to visit PBA.com for more on the Chris Paul DJ Khaled event. His PBA News is there, bios, promotions, and links to other social media sites. Now, in 2009, yep, that's LeBron. This was the first Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational. Kevin Durant, Rudy Gay were there. We were in Winston-Salem, North Carolina for the fundraiser. And Chris Paul teamed up with Chris Barnes.
I asked Kevin Durant what he thought of the oil pattern. He said, oil pattern? What's that?
However, look at this guy, Jason Couch. He's not bad. And it was LeBron and Jason Couch. So while we were gone enjoying LeBron and Jason Couch, why don't we enjoy some Tommy Jones and Mookie Betts, because they just continue to punish the pins here at Lucky Strike. Look at the roll here from Betts. That's perfect pocket hit. So C.J. Anderson tries to fight back on lane 10 and manages to bury 10 on the pin. Sean Rash, on the other hand, a 5-pin? Yeah, even the pros will leave a 5 every once in a while. So riding a 4-bagger, here's Tommy. Oh, wait a minute, no, messenger dropped.
What about if I miss this? Because I probably don't even have to try. Miss it.
Nah, because you ain't got your spare ball there.
I don't have one.
A spare ball don't help him.
This has the feel of one of those matches you hear about that they used to do at like 1 in the morning when they turn the lights out and the guys would sneak in.
I'm trying to give him an
Yeah.
incentive right now. Okay?
Got guys in the back with bags of money.
Yeah, throw some cash down and let's do this.
Bonus.
A lot of cigar smoke.
Like the old wrestling days, they turned the lights out in the building, then bring them back up, and it was outside the sanction of the National Wrestling Alliance. This has that same feel to it.
Big lead now for Mookie and Tommy Jones.
Can't bribe him. We got that baseball money.
Oh, that's butter there.
Up to the face again, 3-6-10, but at the moment, as Randy mentioned, that lead makes this shot a little bit easier. I can't even imagine the conversation that would go on with the winners of this match taking on Terrell Owens and Pete Weber. kicked away the trouble.
Needed that.
Yeah, you need to strike that. They needed to start stringing him. Down by 40 with a spare here, running out of frames.
I also find it interesting. He is so far away from the foul line and is still pretty accurate.
Come on, Sean.
There you go.
Come on. What's up? We still, hey. My financial advisor here, bro. We can make it 100 right now. He'll wire right now.
Still alive?
100K. 100K. Buy them both right now. 100K. Easy. 100K.
We don't have enough time to pause.
100K. All you gotta do is throw it in the counter twice. All you gotta do is ball.
Is he trying to buy this match?
I think he's trying to put the heat on Tommy, and it didn't work. That's not going to cut it.
Good shot, B.
I was trying.
Oh, move.
Oh, no.
You keep getting
Same
so
shot.
lucky.
Back-to-back
That
3-6-10s.
I keep throwing. I should be like, Sean, got this. Hey, man, I'm about to rip your chain off. Like,
Now, the
bro,
chain might be worth 100K.
That was a
Come on, make
Akeem
space.
Talib reference.
Or get two.
That's right.
Big spare.
They're on the same team.
Excellent point. Forgot about that.
That was a
Michael Crabtree.
That was a great Mookie
Better
call
pray.
there.
Good shot, move.
Oh, no. A chop
That was
out.
a really good shot.
Well,
Come on, CJ.
C.J. Anderson, Tommy,
That's good.
excuse me, C.J. Anderson and Sean Rash
Come on, baby.
can strike
One
out
time
for
the brother here. Got you, buddy.
205. But it has to start right here with C.J. Anderson.
Oh, he only got one. Ah.
No, not going to. Well,
Hit it.
no, not going to happen.
It's the only chance they had to win this game. Tommy Jones and Mookie Betts are going to move on.
And they'll face T.O. and Pete Weber. Before that match, we got something special for you. I mentioned that clash coming up. And also, we're going to show you a little highlight of the red carpet.
You're all right. That lane's not that good.
So Mookie Betts and Tommy Jones have won 2 matches. We've got a visit to our red carpet, and I'm not going to believe the celebrities are going to come out in the bowling you're going to see in our Celebrity All-Star Clash. All coming up from Lucky Strike. We'll get you some popcorn as soon as you're finished bowling in the Clash. We've added some fresh faces, some new bodies to the Celebrity Clash. You get a shot. Low pinfall, you are out. And we get down to that final 4, the roll-off if they're tied. And the clash will continue until one man remains standing. You bowling fans and movie buffs know this man, JT Action Jackson. Lefty and a great bowler.
Yeah,
Now, Randy Peterson has left our location. He is now down right there by the lanes. Lefty to start things off here, Randy. This guy can bowl.
Yeah, he can. He's bowled a lot of PBA events. He knows what he's doing. It looks like he's using urethane.
Got a hook. Well, a 9 spot. I like his chances of moving on.
JT, I know how that first shot is on television, but you know you're a seasoned veteran when it comes to bowling. But I noticed, did you modify your approach in any way there?
Yes, I just moved left based off of my practice. Didn't look good in practice, but I'm gonna move left again, and this time I'm gonna put them all back.
Thanks, JT.
That's the confidence that you have to have in this event. Now, C.J. Anderson is back after a tough loss with Sean Rash against that tough Betts-Jones combo. C.J. Anderson, I didn't see the Super Bowl ring. Didn't bring that with him on this trip, but that's got to be pretty impressive. Snapping late. 5. Now that could be problematic.
That might be out.
UCLA, out of the famed Montverde Academy in Orlando. Luka Bahamute, teammate of Chris Paul's, and Austin Rivers is also in this clash. Going to take a shot at it. Well, the good news for C.J. Anderson is he's not last.
I was trying to go down the middle, man. I was trying to go down the middle.
Well, we know Mookie Betts can throw it. One of the best athletes ever to come out of the state of Tennessee. Baseball, bowling, he did it all. And just a silent assassin on the lanes. That went a little wide, though, but he's okay with 6. From the ABC hit show Blackish, here's 12-year-old Miles Brown. That's a terrific program, by the way. Lawrence Fishburne and a great cast. That's going to clip a 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Little pinfall there, kids.
How was that for your first time on TV?
It was pretty good. I mean, that was pretty nerve-wracking. It was really nervous in the beginning, but I did it.
Great.
Yeah, that's not bad. He snuck in, kind of blew out a few pins from the backside. Everybody knows T.O., and T.O. can also bowl. 6-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro, outstanding athlete. Look out, that's got to hurry. Uh-oh. Even I can count. That's a 4 spot for T.O.
I'm in.
And here's Austin Rivers, another LA Clipper. He had an amazing high school career.
Right work.
And the ACC Rookie of the Year at Duke, and then came out and was drafted. Playing for his dad now. Oh, he's going to just go power down the gut. Austin Rivers surprises everybody by nailing 10. Now it's on DJ Khaled. Now, the good news for DJ is he just needs to do better than 3. And we've already seen he's pretty serious. They're going to back up. Hey, solid 7. That'll do. That's the 3rd best total so far. But here's your host. Chris rolls it well. He's won his own event 2 times. Pretty much just has to keep it on the wood, as you hear. He's done that. He might get him. All he does. 10 straight back. Basically a one-handed bowler. And CP3 gets it done. Everybody doing a little bit better than Luke, including a strike from Austin Rivers, a strike from our host, Chris Paul. Hey, by the way, don't forget the stepladder is going to be coming back shortly, too, with PDW and T.O.
State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational is brought to you by HotelPlanner.com. The best place to book hotel rooms. Best rooms, best rate, guaranteed. By Ebonite, bowl it forward. By 900 Global, performance for your game. And by Motive Bowling, get motivated.
It's time for our Columbia 300 fun fact. More than 40 celebrities and athletes have taken part in the 8 CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational events. So let's get you caught up on round 2. First off, Action Jackson, no trouble as he buries 10 in the pit. Mookie Betts, well, Brooklyn, but he'll take it. He goes on into round 3. However, Miles Brown, on the other hand, found the channel, and he is out in round 2. Now on to round 3. C.J. Anderson. What? C.J. Uh-oh. Round 3 is going to be your exit.
Sometimes when you know, you just know.
Now to the 4th round. Action Jackson. He knows it. Okay, so it's not a strike, but 9 will get him through into the next round. DJ Khaled, 7 spot. Here's our host through the face, and he's gone. That's right. Chris Paul eliminated in round 4. On to round 5. Of course, it's Action Jackson with a strike. Mookie Betts right on top of him. Uh-oh, T.O. He needs some help. And Austin Rivers provides it. He's at 5. DJ Khaled. Don't foul, don't foul, don't foul. Look at this. He's still going. So is T.O. But Austin Rivers has been knocked out. Now we begin round 6. We're beginning the way it seems like we always start with this guy, with another strike. Oh, Messenger rips the 8 to shred. Mookie Betts, who struck in the 5th. He also struck in the 2nd round. And again, with the bar being set high, that's a heck of a leadoff bowler, Action Jackson. Oh, pretty. Woo! Again, gorgeous shot.
All right, T.O. It's on you.
Yo, he got a little kiss. Well, now.
A little tomahawk 10.
All right.
It's a little leaner here, Dave.
Just enough.
Yeah.
All right, DJ.
All right, let's hear it from ladies and gentlemen.
He must strike. It's that simple. Oh, my. Come on! Come on!
How about another one? How about another one?
All we do is win, baby.
That's up.
Hey, it's over. Everybody out. Everybody out.
Oh, sorry, Chris. You have to go back to the bench.
No, it's most definitely ready. It's ready.
Well, we're just going to let Action Jackson call his own shot here because he's been pretty good with it. He knows when it's good.
Yeah, man.
Late kick on the 9. That's 3 strikes in a row for him, by the way.
No, I just felt good. Yeah, it felt good. Just turn around.
Mookie Betts has thrown 2 in a row and 3 in the first 6. Boy, he is locked in. T.O. off his first strike, and again, it looks like you're going to have to continue to strike to stay alive with this group.
That needs to hook.
No, did not. Now. TJ Khaled blew the roof off this place with a strike in the 6th round. If he gets an 8 or better, it's T.O. who's out, and DJ Khaled will be hanging with 2 professional bowlers. On a loft, through the nose, he's got the 8! This man will not go down! And T.O. is out.
Unfortunately, we have to look at someone. So, T.O., you are...
T.O. is out. And DJ Khaled is in the final threesome with Action Jackson and Mookie Betts. Who knew?
Oh, wait a minute, that was too much. All right.
Okay. Survived that with a 6.
I had to turn around that one, yeah. Yeah, I had to watch that one, yeah.
Mookie Betts. He's thrown 3 in a row. Uh-oh. All right, he'll take it. 4 in a row.
Hey, Dave, sometimes it's not how, it's how many.
And how many in this case is 10, and now he's in the lead. And DJ now has to get a strike. Anything less than 9 isn't going to cut it. Oh, wow. I tell you what, to run with this crowd like he did is very impressive for DJ Khaled. Beautifully done. And now we're down to arguably the 2 best bowlers in this field of 9.
I'm gonna throw a backup ball. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a backup ball.
Oh, he did. Look at that!
No, y'all didn't see that.
That's insane.
I know. I was trying to that disrespect.
Four-pin just massacres the 7.
That's disrespect.
Mookie Betts has to strike. All right, let's keep going. That's 5 in a row for Mookie. Insane. We go to the 10th round.
I'm gonna show you. You better strike. You better strike. I'm about to show y'all that was real. Oh no!
Uh-oh, got a little off the hand wrong.
Yeah, got a little cocky. He tried to bite off a little too much there. Mookie Betts hasn't missed in the last 5 shots. Looking pretty good in the Red Sox camp.
It's not good for TV.
8 or better to win. Walking away from it, he knows 6 straight strikes, and Mookie Betts is your winner. And Mookie's reward is a conversation with Randy Peterson.
Man, what a performance through the last 6. What did you think when JT got up there and threw that backup ball to strike on the right lane?
I took it personally, you know, but I think it was really great that he did that. I mean, that's really impressive.
Now, you bowled a 2015 World Series of bowling. You took last year off because of an injury. Are we going to see you back anytime in the near future at the World Series of Bowling?
Oh, yeah. I got to make that an annual event now. I was mad I missed it this year.
And we're looking forward to great bowling. Congrats.
Mookie and Randy, thank you very much. Mookie Betts rolls it really well, as you've seen. And now, he and his partner, Tommy Jones, are coming back, trying to run the stepladder. But awaiting them, Terrell Owens and Pete Weber, the defending champions. TO, PDW, Personality Plus when we come back. Get ready for another match. We remind you that PBA's Extra Frame is your home for exclusive live coverage of the PBA, PBA 50, and PWBA tours. Starting Tuesday and continuing all week on Extra Frame, it's qualifying and match play in the year's 3rd major, the USBC Masters. Yearly, monthly, and 3-day subscriptions are available. Click on the Extra Frame link in the menu section of PBA.com for more information. Okay, Mookie Betts and Tommy Jones took down DJ EJ. Then they took down CJ and Sean Rash. What will they do with TO and PDW when they are standing by with Kimberly Pressler?
Thanks, guys. I am actually standing with the defending champions. How does that sound, TO, coming into this match right now? Defending champions.
It feels good. Now we just got to defend our title.
So I saw you taking some practice shots. How do you feel out in the lanes?
Not too bad. I didn't do too good in the celebrity challenge, but again, I made a ball change, so hopefully that'll help me out.
And you're feeling pretty good about that ball change?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Pete, you know, you've been able to do a lot of different things on the lanes, but right now, Tommy Jones and Mookie Betts, they're running hot. What are you going to do to stop them?
Beat them. Plain and simple, we're going to beat them. You know, they both 2 good games, you know, and they've had to wait a few minutes now, so maybe their hand has swelled up a little bit. Maybe the ball is going to be hard to come off their hand, but, you know, it's just a 1-game match, so anybody's got a chance. But me and T.O. are going to prevail.
All right, well, you heard it first from these 2 guys. All right, let's get some bowling.
All right, now we're going to switch lanes here for these players. And it'll be T.O. starting off. I have to admit, while the CP bowling shirt with his name on the back is pretty awesome, I would love to have seen T.O. show up in the
Get your ball off there, Lee.
PDW t-shirt. Would have been nice.
Yeah, that would have been kind of cool.
Here it is, the semifinals round.
The defending champs.
And T.O. had a little bit of trouble in the celebrity clash going. He admitted that.
Make that spare now.
T.O. doesn't put his thumb all the way in the ball. He actually has a thumb hole on the side of the ball, and he kind of puts that thumb into just past the thumbnail. You can see it right there. It's a good look.
Plus, these 2 are such a perfect match because they have been controversial in their careers. They have made a lot of fans. They have made a few enemies.
Yeah.
So it's all about right
That's
now,
a great
filling
point.
frames.
Strikes and spares, strikes and spares.
Right.
You know, they're outspoken, they're charismatic, and they're good.
Yeah.
So is Mookie
Really
Betts. You're just sitting down. This guy's a pro baseball player and a really good one, and he is a tremendous bowler. That's got to hurry, no problem.
Lucas changed balls to start this game.
Oh, boy. He's got more side roll than I got.
I didn't have sunglasses on. I couldn't see.
Well, and you see wind?
Yeah, we figured there'd be some gentle conversation between
Sorry if I kicked you.
These
I'm
4.
trying not to. Oh, God.
Brooklyn leaves a 5.
So bad.
Come on, everybody put their hands up now.
Oh, trust me, I'm a little worried.
And
That's
yep,
true.
Pete was distributing
You want to come shoot it
shades
because I'm nervous.
prior.
So will I.
I would be.
We didn't get ours, Dave.
Maybe next time. All right, no trouble. Tommy is doing a good job of underplaying himself.
Are you pulling the pin? That was wrong.
The aw shucks, I'm just lucky to be hitting the pins, Tommy Jones.
Well, I'll tell you what, that left lane, though, is kind of nasty. You see how deep Sean played in the last match? And Tommy's real deep. You missed left on that lane, he could have whipped the 5-pin easy.
There you go. If T.O. does that in the game, it costs him about...
PDW.
Telling our hype man here, not PBA, PDW. I'm going to say if T.O. does that shop, it's about 50 grand out of his pocket from the NFL, but
All right,
it's a
I'm
free
in right here now. Right here.
with Pete Weber.
Yeah.
Shot now.
Yeah, if Pete was in the NFL, he would have gotten fined a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have made it financially. Might have lost money.
Look at how much side rotation. Wow.
That's it. That's the man right there.
T.O. looks serious.
You know, I agree. There's, for all the hit and giggle and all the fun, these guys are still professional athletes. And it still matters. They don't want to look bad. They don't. Through the face.
Yeah, he changed balls again. He got it up the lane.
Huh. The winner will take on our host, Chris Paul and Chris Barnes. Chris made the show in Japan. He was defeated by the eventual winner, E.J. Tackett. That's no disgrace these days. In fact, it was unusual that E.J. didn't win a tournament in not winning this one, getting knocked out like he did. Got it.
It was unusual that E.J. Tackett was the number 5 seed.
Also true, considering his run of late.
Yeah.
This is our Barbasol close shave of the day, and here's a good example of what we mean.
Remember, Tommy Jones went Brooklyn, his first ball on the left lane, and this time he gives a little bit of room and flags the head pin. Gets that great break kicking the 10.
That was our Barbasol close shave of the day, and Tommy handles that with a plum.
Was he trying to get it to the left?
Yeah.
We all know Pete Weber, a career that has spanned decades. Hairstyles, clothing styles, indoor sunglasses, and championships. 37 titles.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yes, the most memorable of his 6 U.S. Opens. 10 majors, and still incredibly competitive at the highest levels. Now crossover, leave him with an interesting 6-9-10. You had a chance to talk with him earlier. He had
get
it
some
to the
problems
right a little bit
in Nevada with his health, his back, and his hip. But how's everything now?
Well, he said he's on some new medication for arthritis and pain, and he says he feels terrific.
That's interesting news for the rest of the tour.
Said he's pain-free. Look out, folks.
Uh-oh. Look out there. Chop job.
You don't see that happen very often. Pete Weber missing a spare. He's one of the
I didn't expect that.
He's one of the best spare shooters of all time.
All right, T.O., right here now. Then.
Yeah, usually when you think of a chop with Pete Weber, it's not that kind of chop.
Yeah, it's a little lower.
Yes.
And doesn't involve pins.
Now hook.
Oh, boy. The back-to-back
All right,
open
now come on now.
frames.
Get 2 of them. Get 2 of them.
See that cup? And the ball just grabbing a little late. Again, that can be fixed by just keeping his hand a little more up the back of the bowling ball at release.
That could come back to haunt you later.
Yeah, that's kind of a mistake. They had a couple pin lead in count, and now they just lost that.
They went from plus to minus 11. And you saw how great Mookie Betts was in that celebrity event.
Well, he got away with a bad shot because it was in a good direction.
And just over Mookie's left shoulder, there's the commissioner of the PBA, Tom Clark. I always thought Tom should show up at this event with a mask because he's a good bowler. We can have like the mystery guy.
Yeah.
Because he can roll it.
Tom's a really good bowler.
We'll have to do that one year.
Look out.
Well, Shaw looks uncomfortable with the approach there on that left lane. Does he feel like he's too close to spectators?
No, it's because he knows he can't throw it an inch to the right and there's no hold. So right now the mission for Tommy Jones is to try to leave yourself 9 and just cover the spare. And that's with each and every shot he throws.
I like his chances doing that. So this match has been back and forth. The defending champions, Terrell Owens and Pete Weber, had a lead. Couldn't hang on to it, but we got plenty of bowling left. We are back in Lucky Strike, LA Live in downtown Los Angeles, the State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational. And our Ebonite flashback, we go back to the 2012 CP3. Yeah, that's Kevin Hart. He was with Jason Belmonte and CP3.
He was all up in Turtle's face, man.
Yeah, but Jerry Ferrara, Turtle from Entourage, smoothly down the middle.
Oh, right back at him.
Along with Blake Griffin. And Pete in the middle there. Why did the smallest guy have to carry that big
I know,
trophy?
right?
Now, last year, T.O. and PDW, just you couldn't touch it. And that's Clara Guerrero and Hope Solo, who couldn't match that. Now back to the strikes. Let's see if we can get a double out of this green team here, Owens and Weber. That's got to hurry. Yeah, that's a good example of what you were talking about. You hang it right, it stays there.
Come on. Make the spare.
No, just throw a strike ball and you will make the spare.
Yeah, you got it going right, and he missed it at the bottom. And the only good thing is that they're on a strike, so they don't lose count. But it's a tough spare for T.O.
Might get it. Oh, yes!
That's a huge break there.
Well, you know what? You said it. It's time for our hammer tough spare replay.
It's like a trip four with a full rack.
He acted like he does that every day. Here's Mookie. That's got to hurry. Messenger just slipped right through.
Dirty Messenger comes across in front.
I already know. You don't need to say it. I already know.
What, a lot more than he thought?
Nope.
Head pin
I already know.
actually collides with another pin, knocks it in front of the 10.
Pretty critical shot right here.
To maintain the lead. Look out. It's the slickness of the outside part of the lane. And you get it going a little bit right.
Easy back there.
Oh, boy.
Be nice. Later, Vita.
I didn't need to do that.
Well, here's Tommy and his not friend, the left lane.
Made a ball change, it looks like here, and I wonder if he's going to start lofting it. Nope.
Oh, no.
But I'll tell you what, right now, Tommy Jones feels like he's slowly being poisoned every time he has to throw a shot in that left lane.
The next one they go down, because that's super too.
That was probably one of the worst shots you'll ever see Weber throw. It was left of target, out of his hand poorly, and he goes right through the face, and he gets 5.
Well, if he makes this, he could chop anything.
Yeah, if he makes this, there's going to be. Well, let's just say he's going to let you know how excited he is about making it.
Back-to-back PBA 50 Player of the Year. The slide. Oh. An ambitious effort.
Come on, man. Set me up. Set me up.
Every time they get that little lead, they lose it.
So we will be going on the same line. Chris
Right here, man. Right here.
Big shot for
one time.
T.O. and Pete.
T.O. has a strike in this game. He also, on his last, went 3 spare.
Look out.
Uh-oh.
Might work. Yes, sir.
Not pretty, but effective.
Yeah, that is the better be lucky than good shot of the day.
Yeah, this is kind of like the farmer with the ugly pig.
Blind squirrel, acorn, all of those cliches apply to that shot. Now Betts.
That needs to hook.
At least he has a makeable shot once that 10 got kicked. Well, right back on you. Really got to make this with Owens and Weber off a strike. One of the great all-time players in the 10th against you.
This is no bargain here.
Well, he covered that beautifully. Chris Paul, Chris Barnes standing by to determine the winner of the 8th State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational. He did loft there.
Oh, biggest break of the match right there. Wow. Big Four was standing 6'10" kicks late.
And they know it.
You can see Weber's reaction to that break. Whoa, boy. Interesting.
That got dramatic.
There are a lot of interesting things happening on that left lane.
Really?
I'll tell you what.
It's very interesting.
He agrees with you.
Now, Tommy Jones filling up here in Phil shot in the 10th frame, but Pete Weber can get up and double and win this game.
He's figured that out.
Max score for TOPDW 185. Tommy Jones with a strike 177.
Again going with a loft. Oh boy.
He's one of the best in the world at doing that too. He won his only US Open doing just that. I watched it all through qualifying. Now PDW, stage is set. I remember a man once saying, what did he say in the 10th frame of that big win for PDW? Strike to claim it. He needs 3 of those.
2 and 3 will get him in. 37 titles. So he understands the moment.
Oh.
Same shot.
Yep. Game over.
So out of the number 4 seed, Mookie Betts and Tommy Jones have gone all the way up. Get ready to take on number 1, Chris Paul, Chris Barnes. We're ready to determine the winner of the 8th CP3 Celebrity Invitational. One match to go for this beautiful, big, heavy trophy from the State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational here in downtown LA Live. It's been Mookie and Tommy. They took care of DJ EJ. They took care of CJ and Sean. They beat TO and PDW. And now, can they handle the top seed, CP3 and CB1? You know, CP3 has won this before, but as you delicately pointed out to him on the start of the show, it's been a few years. He won it with Belmo in 2010. And Belmo strikes out in the 10th frame. They defeated Norm Duke, and there's a little trip down the lanes there for Chris. Then a year later, back in New Orleans. And the defending champions paired up again. CP3 and Belmo defeated rapper Lil Wayne and Norm Duke. Because why not? And a dive for Belmo.
So we're going to see a similar scene after this match. Chris Paul holding the trophy. It won't be Belmo. It'll be Chris Barnes, who can certainly teach a few folks about how to properly hold the trophy with his career. And these two have paired together, but it's been a few years since we've seen this Chris-Chris combo. And a little wide right for Chris Paul on that left lane.
That didn't feel good coming off my hand now. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Needs to hook.
Yeah, there.
Oh my.
Pick it up. Pick it up. All right. Pick it up.
You're getting a feel now?
Yeah, that first one didn't feel good. That first one didn't feel good.
And of course, Chris Paul with a almost one hand not quite tied behind his back, but still.
Ligament damage in that thumb.
Yeah, had surgery. That's what a pretty shot.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Not a bad way to start off.
Yeah, I don't know how many frames it's going to take, but Barnes is going to start getting at Tommy and Mookie. He's very economical with his digs. You know, he's very smart, very economical, and he always seems to say the right thing at the right time.
Well, let's see. Right now, he's kind of quiet.
Yeah, it's early.
He's waiting for the right moment to unleash.
or just waiting for Tommy to say something.
Dirty him.
Oh, odd-looking shot there.
Shot.
Of course.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Yeah. That's an accomplishment right there.
Barnes just gave TJ a little comment on this shot, which was not good. That was almost missing the head pin to the left. Weber watches that shot and goes, what the heck was that?
Got to attack.
Yeah. Tough, tough, tough.
You don't have to do it right now, later on. Or just every whatever.
Tommy had to get so far left on this shot that he actually kicked one of the fans in the stands with his trail leg.
Oh, Messenger just slipped by the 10 there for the 18-time titleist.
Watch how fast this Messenger is. That was a head pin. It looks like somebody just shot it out of a cannon right in front of the 10 pin.
Yeah, Chris thought he had it. Speaking of good spare shooters on the tour,
Barnes is looking more and more like the Barnes of old. A great showing in Japan. He's feeling better. He's just about 100% healthy, and it shows.
He had some back issues that slowed him down for a little while. It may go Brooklyn. Yes, it does.
Brooklyn, I called it.
You're not supposed to call Brooklyn, though, are you?
Brooklyn early.
He's either clairvoyant or he's throwing some more digs at the other team.
All right, I got one.
See, he's got a nice smile, and he's another one of these guys that kind of hides it under a smile if he's going to talk his trash. Although not when he's on the court.
Push.
In the meantime, the best bowler in this game so far is Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Big loft. Big strike. Wow.
I've been listening to you for years.
Oh, they got their little routine down. I love it.
Cute. Very cute. We talk about his career out of Double Oak, Texas. 18 career titles, 3 majors.
Yeah, Barnes is a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame, and just a wonderful career he's had. He's not done.
Right there. So Chris, of course, one of the 6 players who have won the Triple Crown in the sport, Tournament of Champions, U.S. Open, and the PBA World National Championship. Oh, my goodness. A ringer.
Man. That garbage strikes.
Another nice shot by Chris Barnes. And another 10 pin.
A 10 pin at extension.
Come on, man.
Yeah, if Barnes keeps doing this on the right lane, he may end up in an episode of Come On Man.
If he misses it, he will end up in the you had just one job. But I don't think he's going to miss 10 pin. So Chris Ball coming up after his partner nailed down that 10 pin. Uh-oh, that could go through the face. It does, and leaves Chris a 3-6-10. I don't blame him for not liking that shot. This one almost got away. We've actually had Brooklyns today, but this is not one of them. And he's very fortunate that it wasn't any worse. Oh, no, not even close.
Dang. That's the opening that Mookie and TJ are looking for.
Not that they need it. Betts has come up and thrown 2 absolutely picture-perfect shots for strikes. He started in the opening match, defeating DJ Khaled and EJ Tackett. Messengers have been uncooperative tonight, at least toward 10 pin.
On the right lane, all of them.
All right, right now.
A nice shot there by Mookie Betts. It comes in just a little light, but the Messenger is coming in front of the 10 pin. And that's just entry angle into the pocket.
This is a big shot.
No, you got this.
And he missed one of these in a recent game.
Yeah.
And you see Mookie's accomplishments last season.
Look out.
Yeah, I did it again.
Yep. That was close.
So at this point, his 10-pin hitting covering percentage is about equal to his batting average, which is not good in bowling.
I thought I made that one. I honestly thought I made that one.
The 10-pin's a little tricky with the lanes being tight from out and hooking from in. But you know what? If you have that ball rotation going end over end, you just throw a straight line at it. There
Big
we
loft, big smash. And a reluctant 7-pin.
go. Nothing worse than bowling on a lane where it's almost near impossible to get to the pocket, and then you do finally make the shots to get it there, and then your carry percentage is like 50%.
Thanks.
Does he hook it, or does he throw it straight? He's hooking it.
That's great. That's good.
Wow.
Real break. No.
That was an absolute hard left turn.
You think that was
An impressive, heavy, and lusted after trophy. Someone's going to win one of those when we come back. All right, Chris Barnes on the approach. We're down to the final frames of the State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational. We go back to 2013. There's Kevin Hart getting a message to his bowling ball.
Be a champion, Kevin.
Working up with Bill O'Neill in the meantime.
Chris Hardwick giving Barnes some shock therapy.
It works. The score of this match was 270 to 267, and of course, Chris Hardwick, his father, one of the absolute greatest players of all time, Billy Hardwick. And look at this. Barnes is going to give it a shot.
Be a champion today, Kevin.
So Chris Barnes trying to grab a second title here. He's thrown excellent shots, hasn't caught a break. So you take it in your own hands.
Big ball. Big ball. Big ball.
Still trying to get used to Barnes wearing glasses.
It's part of his elder statesman role that he's embracing on the tour.
Oh, that's close. That's close.
That's more than close.
Wow. Good stuff.
Oh, a double. So on the lane that's given everybody a headache, and in fact, CP just had a bad frame in the fifth. He comes right back with one of the best shots we've seen all night. And now Betts. So if he knocks 10 straight back, that's his specialty. That's going to cross. And now a little bit easier, maybe, Randy, than a 10-pin here for him?
Absolutely, but he really snapped on that one hard, and then that made the ball kind of go left and then jerk really hard once it came off the end of the pattern. But you know, when you start missing single pin spares, it kind of does stuff to your psyche.
However, smoothly accomplished. And again, Betts in the 2015 World Series of Bowling. Thompson said he hopes to compete down the road this year. See the max scores here. Tommy Jones has figured out this lane with the lofting.
That's impressive.
You notice that there's a little less trash talk as this match gets more serious.
Yeah, it's getting, we're coming down to the end here and the match is close, but this is a tremendous amount of talent. Tommy Jones lofting it and having that ball just kind of set up and stop right in front of the pocket. Barnes has been perfect with his execution, hitting the pocket on every shot.
That's gotta go.
It didn't go, and he's got a problem.
Got it wide. Missed target right, ball hangs, doesn't get up. There it is. You see it out. It's out a little bit farther than the last three shots, and out there is OB.
Now, Chris is an accomplished trick shot artist, so he's got this spare in the book. It counts.
My, oh my, the pin comes out of the pit and catches the 10. Wow.
The lead is 6, however, and the Betts-Jones combo is working off a strike. Cross.
Oh, no.
This is going to be a tough shot.
Yeah, remember the last time he had one on that side, he whiffed it to the left. What I like, though, is Chris gets up and talks to Chris 2, or would it be Chris 3? Since
Well,
it's
I'm going to go
CP3.
CB3, CB1 is the easiest
All right,
way.
so
yeah.
CP.
Not C3PO, but CP3.
CP3. You know what? Never mind.
You missed it.
Come on, ball. Come
That's
on.
good.
Oh, flat
soft.
10, yeah.
Soft.
Surprise.
This is the one pin I did not
Now,
see standing up.
he's missed a couple of these already. You heard him say it. You know what? I bet he's been in this situation
Come on, you
before,
got it.
facing certain pitchers that he struggled against. You just somehow find a way. Come on, Mookie. You've got this.
Yes!
Yes, he does. He knew it, too.
Excellent.
I dare you to call yours that early.
No shots.
All right, 2 strikes and 4 will shut out the pair of Chris's.
Uh-oh.
All right, never mind about the 2 strikes and 4 pins.
Yeah, well, now it's
You
a
said non-spare. You're the host. Can I have non-spare?
possible open frame now.
You'd have had to accept it before you threw it.
I was trying. You couldn't hear me?
For the record, neither could we.
If he doesn't convert, Barnes just needs any mark and good count. If he does make it, Barnes will need a double.
Hard after it, no problem. The look on his face was like, well, I guess I got to go up and throw a double.
The disgust on Barnes' face.
He was not
when
pleased.
Jones made that.
You got hosed.
Yeah, I know. I've both doubles with you before.
And that was after Barnes makes the 2-4-10 out of the pit. All right.
What does he need?
Yeah, I was.
Barnes needs a double and 3.
Yeah, Randy, there's no doubt Chris already has the math figured out in his head, and undoubtedly has the shot figured out in his head as well, trying to win this tournament for a second time and bring his partner back into the winner's circle.
There's one.
Yeah, good shot there. I think Chris can miss a board left of that and have the ball go flush. One more, and the team of CB1 and CP3.
You got it.
Will capture this tournament.
This might be something new we're going to start seeing Chris to do. Be a champion today. All right, let's see. I don't know how he's going to fit that in the overhead bin in his flight back home, but we'll figure it out if he wins the trophy.
Looks good.
Got it!
Yeah, that was directed. That was directed really, really nicely there by by Barnes.
So Chris is reminding him.
I've been up 3-1 before. I love it.
3-1 and lost before. I'm going to relax.
I watched it. I heard for you that time.
I'm going to relax.
Well, the run looks like it's over. Chris could bowl lefty here and get the pins he needs.
He only needs ones this time. All right.
That's a great shot.
That's funny.
And they've done it. Oh, his best shot of the night. He saves for the clincher. Well, Chris doesn't quite have the hang time anymore.
And he doesn't have the mass. He about got knocked out.
But he does have the bowling skills, and that's what did it finally. Your winners, Chris Barnes and Chris Paul. Third title for CP3 in this event. Second for Chris Barnes. And these two reunite for a championship, defeating Mookie Betts and Tommy Jones in style.
Man, take it back to the house.
The team of Mookie Betts and Tommy Jones tried to climb all the way up to the ladder, but when they got to the top, they were knocked down by these guys. Chris Paul and Chris Barnes winning the 2017 State Farm Championship. And the Grand Casino Road to the championship. Clutch shot there from CP3.
Yeah, big shot there, but this was the big one. Barnes makes the 2-4-10 from the back of the pit. Now he needs a double in the 10th to win. He gets the first hit, and the second hit was just beautiful. And we'll just throw another one right down the pipe for good measure. Now let's send it down to Kimberly with our winners.
Wow, what a finish. These guys are super excited down here. Chris, it's been since 2011 since you've won this, and you're finally here. What's this moment like for you?
Man, it's amazing. I'm just hoping this is an omen for things to come basketball-wise. Chris was unbelievable, man. I just kept asking, does that mean we have a chance? Does that mean we have a chance? And when he said he needed a double in the 10th, I said all we wanted was a chance. He had like there was no pressure at all, and I wouldn't rather have anybody else in that situation throwing on my team.
Now let's talk about the 8th frame, that split conversion that you had. The whole crowd went crazy.
Well, I got a little lucky there. Every once in a while you need a good break going your way. And, in the years past, I think Chris had a lot of bad luck, and maybe I got the benefit of a little good luck right there. So.
Well, it's good to have you guys right here in the winner's circle. Congratulations. Enjoy this moment.
Thank you.
And don't forget to join us Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern for the PBA's signature event, the 2017 Fire Lake PBA Tournament of Champions. For Kimberly Pressler and Randy Peterson and all the celebrities and all of our bowlers, I'm Dave Lamont. We thank you very much for watching the 8th annual CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational. It was a great evening at Lucky Strike with a chop, a lot of smiles, and a clutch finish by CP3 and Chris Barnes.